Good evening, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Wayne's Arcade World. As I promised in the last live stream, if you stuck with me with that editing video that we did, told you this week we would be back in the arcade playing some games. Well, we are playing the classics today. So, quick overview. We have a Super Nintendo, and one of the games that I did have is this guy right here. Williams Arcade's Greatest Hits, with a selection of like 5 games, something like that. We also have our Game Boy games with some classics as well, like Galaga, Bert, that's Kirby, Mortal Kombat, Scrabble, Wheel of Fortune, some similar ones here, Joust and Defender. We also have on this one, and our favorite, Revenge of the Gator Pinball. And let's kind of go through our Super Nintendo list. One of the key things that we have is a working Super Game Boy, which will us play our Game Boy games in that and up there. So let me take a look, see if there's any other Atari classics or whatever. Test Dr. Mario. I don't know, was that like the arcade classic? Pinball, NBA Jam, we did that the other day. Battleship, I'm going to try that again pretty soon too. Arkanoid, that's definitely an arcade classic. We can put that on the side there. There, let's see what's in the other one. So I think you know what the theme is for today. Going through some old classic arcade stuff. What do we got here? Let's go to the other side here. So NBA Jam, Stunt Race FX, Pool, WrestleMania, Clue, Tecmo Super Baseball. I played that a lot back in the day. NBA Showdown. Yeah, we have multiple basketball games to show on here. Super Mario All-Stars. That could be good. Another NBA Jam. Pitfall. We didn't really know. We tried to play that, but we didn't really understand it. Oh, Pac-Man 2. Yeah, a lot of those we've already gone through. Roadrunners. That's going to be fun to do someday soon, too. And then the classic Super Mario World and Super Mario Kart, which we have already played numerous times on that little guy. Which also does have some arcade classics as well. But today, mainly, I think I want to be focused on the Super Nintendo stuff that we recently got out of storage. So let's get started. We have a lot to go through. I'm going to kind of be switching between the Super Nintendo games and the Game Boy games. Kind of see where we're at as we move along. Who knows how the night will end up. So I'm just going to get you guys set up here. How does that look? Alright, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, there's only 5 on this one, so not bad. Not the most extensive amount of games, but And I'm definitely starting to keep an eye out for Super Nintendo games. Gonna be hitting a lot of antique shops and stuff as the weather gets cooler, and looking in particular for, well, Super Nintendo, but also Game Boy as well. You know, I can justify it now because it's a, you know, what do you call it? It's an investment in a channel for me to buy Nintendo games now. So, Super Nintendo. All right, so yeah, we're gonna be doing some Defender Joust, possibly switching back and forth between the Super Game Boy. So let me get this Super Game Boy set up so we can switch back and forth here. Again, this is awesome. We just popped cartridge, roll it in there. Oh, now it should be ready to go. Hopefully, so works. Yeah, let's start with Defender. Yeah, I was never a huge Defender. Yeah, it was okay. It never was my favorite, but. Okay, so Y button shoots. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm not good at this. Alright, yeah, give me 1 second too. I noticed this on a previous live stream too, that the glare on this old TV here is just a lot of this decorations in the background here, so this will be better. Yeah, that's a little better. I like having the lights on in the background, but it's really distracting. I noticed it on a live stream not too long ago. It's not so bad with the TV over here with the Super Nintendo and Wii and all that and everything, but I forgot what we're supposed to do with the little people. Are we supposed to, like, put them somewhere, or what? Yeah, like I told you, I'm not really all that good at this. What are our options? Oh, well, a lot of options. Yeah, there's a lot of games I want to get through, so I won't put too much time in any one particular game, but. I think I was supposed to destroy that person. Ah, went right into that. Told y'all I'm not that good. All right, let's again just kind of moving along here. Now we're gonna switch over to the Super Game version of Defender. So basically, Game Boy version. Get the kind of idea how we're doing this tonight. I think this one just has Defender and Joust. Doesn't have Defender 2. We're gonna do the other ones here. So play Joust, play Defender is B. Well, this one's A instead of Y for shooting. Yeah, this one, we have tried to do this on a live stream with the Game Boy Advance, and it was tricky to say the least. So this is the Game Boy version. Jeez. It's probably why I didn't like this game that much, because I was not any good at it. Alright, to be fair, I gave that 2 tries as well on the Super Nintendo version, so we'll do it again. I was looking at a YouTube short the other day. It was like kind of going over the history of Paperboy, and it reminded like, oh man, speaking of like, I used to play that at Star Wars Arcade all the time, and I had that for the original NES, and I loved playing it. And I really wish I had a system that had Paperboy on it. Now, obviously, I don't have a functioning NES right now, just the little mini one, but if they, I don't know if they ever had a Super Nintendo port of it, but that would be cool. I'd love to get back into playing that again. And I'm sure it could be quote-unquote emulated, and it's online somewhere, but, you know, I still obviously, even though we kind of dabbled in that area with those DOS games and that one live stream, you know, I still prefer to do the any legal means necessary before I start kind of going down that road. So, all right, yeah, that's all that one. We'll come back to that for Joust, but we're gonna go back to the other one now. To do Defender 2. Yeah, and this is not too interesting because I really stink at Defender, and I'm sure I stink at Defender 2. Don't remember. I'm sure I played Defender 2 at some point, but I don't remember a lot about it. But let's go. All right. Player 1 start. Okay, the same one with the Y button. Shoot. Definitely improved graphics a little bit on it. Now, how accurate is this port to the arcade version? I don't know. It's been forever. You know, Defender was never like the first game I'd go looking for at arcade. You know, if Star Wars Arcade had it, you know, I'd definitely play it. You know, but you guys talking about arcade, so apparently, and I think it's fairly new, but there is an arcade up in Quantico, Wisconsin. Like I said, I think just recently opened up, and I'm planning to go there. There's an arcade not too far away from me in Dundee as well, and I've been saying I'm going there forever, and I haven't done it yet, but yeah, there is an arcade up in Quantico, Wisconsin, close to the Elegant Farmer, East Troy, etc. Yeah, and I think it's just like a paid admission thing, like most of them. Star Wars Arcade is one of the few that still takes tokens, but you know, it's a pay one, play as much as you want type deal, and I can't remember what their prices are, but it's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I do have a friend that one of the few IRL people in my life that actually kind of support what I do. He is a gaming enthusiast. He goes to Midwest Gaming Classic. I don't think he watches these live streams, but he does kind of know what I do on the channel. And he's been at Midwest Gaming Classic. I think I actually got clips of him once or twice in some of my Midwest Gaming Classic videos. But so we kind of talk to each other about the gaming stuff or whatever. And again, he, like I say, kind of knows what I do here in the live streams or whatever. Although I don't think he's ever watched one or not. But yeah, he is from Wisconsin in that area, so he may actually meet me up there. So see how we were just trying to figure out a day when we're both free. You know how that goes. But I think it would be pretty cool with me, you know, showing him in the videos. Again, it's very, very difficult for me to find people who actually want to be in my videos. You know, finding people who actually, like, know what the heck I do here is one thing, and then if they do know what I do, actually wanting to be in the video is then another whole other thing that I deal with and not have to edit them out. So, and it's rare when you can find those people in your life, your IRL life, and there's not too many of them, fortunately, in mine. Lots of group of people that, you know, I've actually never met in person who have supported me in so many ways here, but it's getting the IRL people to care and actually want to be in my videos. Not like, you know, there's still just a lot of stigma about, like, I don't know, people think they're gonna, like, you know, some bad people are gonna see them if they're on some bad people are gonna be watching my channel and they're gonna see them on a YouTube video and do bad things, and then I don't know. I honestly don't know what people are so freaked out about, but you guys, I mean, are all just awesome people, so I know worrying about that. But anyway, don't the rant. There you go. Defender 2. That's about really all I'm gonna show on that too, because again, I suck so much of that. All right, let's go to Joust. And then we have Robotron and Sinistar. Okay, we have Joust in both versions. I'll do a little better at Joust for sure. So I don't think we have any live chats. I still have this random white box that appears when I look at my chats. I don't know what that actually means. But right now I don't see any live chats, so hopefully I'm not missing it. They're always changing something on this app. All right, let's go into Joust. This one I'm pretty excited about. Now this feels like my 5200 version that I had. This is very close. I think it was 5200. I could be mistaken. It could be like the 7800 something. I don't remember what system I had. But me and my dad played the heck out of this. And someday I'll get my dad. My dad is also definitely someone who has supported me and actually does watch my videos when he can. I can definitely tell he truly does know, you know, what I do on here. And does enjoy watching it, so that is my plan. Although I might have one broken Super Nintendo controller here, which is kind of unfortunate. I got to look at that again. I'm gonna have to get another controller or set of controllers for a backup. Hopefully not too ridiculous price. I can't imagine Super Nintendo controllers would be insanely expensive. Obviously, I'm not going to get anything like brand. I won't be able to get anything like brand new, but if I can get a refurb or some kind of knockoff or whatever, I don't care about that. But I think my dad would definitely join me for a Joust game for sure. I mentioned it over and over and over again. There were 2 games that me and my dad used to bond over. I mean, we always played a lot of games. We played a lot of racing games. We played Mario. Me and my dad did Mario 64 quite a bit. Me and my dad also liked to play GoldenEye. Trying to think of what else. My dad was also big into Resident Evil, and I think there was a Resident Evil Nintendo 64 game. But the 2 big ones that me and my dad bonded over, especially in the Atari era, was Joust and Moon Patrol. Yeah, so, and it's still, don't think I have any system yet, ouch, with Moon Patrol, unfortunately. So, like I said, it's also online. I've seen it online on these sites, but you can play it, but again, I don't know if there was ever a Super Nintendo port for it. I do have an Atari 2600 behind me that I don't know if it worked, but I don't think they made Moon Patrol for that either. Like I said, possibly could be one of the other 2 Atari systems might be in my sister's storage unit, but I don't know that yet for sure. Oh, I hate that thing. I have to at least get to the egg. That's my rule, is I have to get to the bonus egg level. That's kind of my thing. That's the tradition. Even though I kind of suck at it, but I like to do the egg bonus level. I think that's like level 3 or 4 or something like that. We definitely didn't get there yet. Maybe we'll play the Game Boy version after this. But we have done it several times in live stream, but not with the, I don't think we've done it with the Super Game Boy yet, so. The Game Boy version was fine, but it was so hard to see on that little Game Boy Advance screen. Something like this where you need such good precision, it's like, man, it was hard to see on that little screen. I can only imagine how that was to play it on the actual Game Boy itself on that tiny screen. Oh my goodness. Joust is definitely a game where you can benefit from a big screen like this. Okay, wait for this. Might be the egg. Not yet, okay. Not at the egg level yet. Oh my gosh, a lot of folks here. A lot of birds. It's a busy day. Yep, I knew that was going to happen. Darn. We just got 3 of them there. Lost the eggs, but whatever. Okay. We got it. There you go. Boom, right there. Egg wave! Yay! Already technically screwed up there. Might be okay. Boom, there we go. Alright, we're doing good. Wave 6. Lost that middle one. Yeah, me and my dad would just play this for hours back when, back when we didn't have a million things to do. Yeah, I'm definitely going to see if I can get my dad here to do a live stream with us. I don't know if I'll ever have Moon Patrol again, but I think my dad would enjoy this. I know one of my dad's former co-workers actually, apparently, well, he was subscribed to the channel, I knew that, but apparently he checks out my live streams too once in a while. So he made a comment in one of the last ones, and it was someone my dad used to work with. This is kind of cool. That was always some of my favorite parts. Oh my god! Ah, jeez, dude. Let's see how am I supposed to maneuver all that? Oh my god, they like dive down like all at the same time. Freaking. Oh, there's. Oh, I hate those guys. Well, not a bad game, but. Player one set a new high score that resets every single time, so. For what that's worth. And, alright. And we're. No. Okay, so either no one's on or none of the regulars. I don't have my Tyler, Miss, Todd, John. Trying to think any of my other regulars. Benji. Even Crazy Sam I'd take at this point. No one to talk to, so alright. So we may as well switch over to Joust on the Super Game Boy. Play that. See how bad that looks. It was not really a good look on the Game Boy Advance. Let's see if it's any easier to play on this. Alright, playing Joust. A, one player. Still a little smaller, but a little bit more manageable. Sort of everything looking the same color kind of sucks. But not unreasonable. Yeah, the monochromeness of this thing is like not great, but it is Game Boy, and it still looks a little bit better than it did on the Game Boy Advance. It's definitely easier to play, I'll say that much. Get out of here, bro. Come on, bro. There you go. Gotcha. Oh my gosh. Boy, that egg went flying. What the heck is that? Oh, is that a... I don't know if that was the buzzer or what that was. Looked like a flying piece of meat or something. Now, this ain't no 1080p going on here for sure. Oh, there's the hand. The hand coming out of the fire. Gotta watch out for that at a certain point. I'm trying to think, what other games did me like? My dad and I both like playing Adventure. That was also something we did a lot of. I'm kind of waiting until I can kind of print out a map of that because I used to have the darn map memorized back in the day. In my actual pre-internet days and Target, I was really good at that, and I kind of forgotten how to get through the adventure map. So I know it's not that difficult, but I might print a little cheat sheet out. Don't tell anybody. Because I want to do adventure. I want to do adventure 2. I want to see if we can maybe do like, I know there's like that Easter egg that everybody knows about or whatever. Honestly, maybe. I don't think I've ever actually done the Easter egg myself yet, so, you know, I don't know when we'll do that, but it's definitely on a to-do list. Yeah, dedicate a live stream just to adventure. But yeah, that enemy that used to come out of nowhere, and I forget which version of the game. Oh my god, that dude would freak me out as a kid, though. I liked the game, but it definitely scared me. When that thing would start chasing whatever the heck it was now, the dragon or whatever. Oh my god, that just completely freaked me out. It just come right out of the wall there, you know? I was like, oh. I liked it, I played it, but boy, that game kind of scared me. I was like, 8 years old or whatever. Yeah, so that's that one. Bye-bye! I feel like I'm actually doing better at the Game Boy version of this, theoretically now. Why am I doing better in the Game Boy version? Oh, gee. There's some lag in there. Beware the unbeatable... that thing, yeah. Yeah, I know about that thing. The only way, I think you can beat it, but you gotta literally just... there we go. You gotta hit it right on its nose. And yeah, good luck telling where the heck its nose is on this little screen. But yeah, you can only beat it by hitting it on the nose. Now, my guy's not coming back yet because it's waiting for a free spot and all these stupid birds. But yeah, I don't think he is technically... I thought I hit him on nose there. Yeah, you gotta hit him precisely on the nose or something stupid like that. And it's the only way to get that thing to go away. Oh god, there's like two or three of them there. Oh my god. If we get rid of this last bird, we'll get to the next level, but... there we go. Get out of here. Alright, wave 9, here we go. We're running out of platforms. Ooh, we got another egg wave. The game is over 79,900. That's got to be a world record, right? Probably not. All right, well, that's going to do it for the Game Boy version of this. Let's hop back into the greatest hits. Flipping back and forth between Nintendo, Super Nintendo. So let me get this back in the case. All right, that is Joust and Defender. Right there. Gotta see it. All right. There it is. Get this somewhat organized here. We have Arkanoid, Bert, we have Galaga, Galaxian. Alright, let's get the greatest hits. Let's finish off this game, too. Hopefully. This has been acting a little sketch. I had this earlier, too. I edited the classic thing out. There we go. So that one might be a little on its way out. Hopefully not, but... Alright, so we did that. Let's go to Robotron. This is another one that I not played a lot in the arcade. I'm far from expert. I know that this is a pretty popular game. I mean, my cousin even had like a whole tournament thing based off of this, and he had like the creator of the game or something in the arcade at some point. I don't know. It was a whole thing. There was a big Robotron event. There was definitely a cult following for this game. I don't. But again, this is one that I just would play from time to time. Otherwise, I don't know a ton about this game. Obviously, as you can tell, I already lost my life. Try that once or twice more. Each one of the Super Nintendo buttons controls left, right, up, or down. As far as like just the shooting, so that takes a little bit of getting used to. I haven't been able to beat these robot guys either. I don't know, like. Like, how do I get these guys? Or do you get them? I don't know. They're not dying. I don't know what point that is. Oh, okay, now we're to the next level. Oh my, wow, okay. Maybe the robots are the good guys. I have no idea what they say. Jeez, thanks. Go through all the games pretty quick here, though. Okay. Alright, we got this. Come on here. We'll get this figured out. I think it's good. Yeah, okay, so we want to run into the cute ladies. The little blonde lady there. Oop, there's a blonde lady. Yeah, I don't know if my cousin has this now, but he has had this quite a bit in his arcade in the past. I haven't been to the arcade since the last vlog that I did, so I don't know really too much what's going on there these days, but outside of whatever he posts on social media, but... Oh. So we can't run into the... What's the point of those? I'm so confused. Alright, one more time before we move on. All I know is I don't like those dudes. Those dudes are not cool. Oh, multiple people walking around here. Give me blind lady. Alright. Oh my gosh. Oh, jeez. Oh my god, all that stuff. Alright, enough of that and me showing you how bad I am at that game. Alright, now let's see, what can we find on the Game Boy side? Should we go to Qbert? Yeah, let's go to Qbert. Remember, right, we have done this on a live stream and it was a very interesting port. I don't know if I have Qbert in any other of my systems here in the Atari or otherwise. I don't think I do. I think I probably the only Qbert I have. Super Game Boy. Alright, any chats at all yet? Let's see. I haven't seen anything pop up. Nope. I do see one person in the live stream though, so. Whoever you are. What do we got here? Hey, it's Manuel! Hey, thanks for joining, man. Good to see you. I always appreciate my Brazilian friend. Yeah, this is a very interesting port of the keyboard. Glad you're enjoying the classics here. Glad you're enjoying my little nostalgia back here with all these. Alright, well, I'm glad. I'm glad someone's in here watching tonight. Yeah, this is a little easier to play here too than the Game Boy Advance. Now to go diagonal, you do need to press like the up. Like to go down, you have to do left and down at the same time. At least here on the Super Nintendo controller. Might be different with the Game Boy or whatever, but... So left and right, just left, right, up, or down won't actually do anything on this. What are we missing here? Oh, there's, okay. Let's got a couple here. There we go. This is definitely like the arcade version. There's definitely some differences for sure. Oh, I didn't think that I was gonna jump up to the top. That. Yeah, we only need like one more. Not too bad. Alright, we get to leave our initials, which will end up being erased anyway, so to turn this off, whatever. Why does it keep on erasing it? Oh, okay, whatever. Alright, let's do one more. Really, I don't know how to put a high score in this. Oh. Yeah, Keyword always reminds me of Wreck-It Ralph now. I can never stop thinking about like Wreck-It Ralph anytime I see Q-Bert now. If you know, you know. Classic Wreck-It Ralph. Great movie. The second one was whatever. Although, you know, it was about breaking the internet or whatever. And I wonder now, because as old as that movie is at this point, like, I wonder, like, how kind of out of date it is with all of whatever kind of pop culture references and social media references and everything and website references. Like, it probably is, like kind of cringy, out of date already itself, too, at this point, you know? I think I've watched it once, maybe twice. It was not, like, my favorite. Not like the original, but it's okay, but... Yeah, sometimes I have to see it again just to kind of go over the references and just, again, like I said, yeah, see how out of date it is at this point. I hope that you make a third one out there. That'd be pretty cool. Serves it. Oh, did I show? I didn't realize I jumped over the side, apparently. Well, that was good, okay. Alright, well, that's Q-Bert. Do we have any more in the greatest hits to play? Let's see. Did we get all the ones in here? Guess the only one is Sinistar. I don't know a ton about this either. Yeah, so this is kind of like an asteroids thing almost. Okay, yeah, I can't tell you how. I know I had this in like one of my Atari flashbacks. So it's even something I don't play much there either. But okay, I guess we're just shooting the red things. Okay, that guy was not cool. Mine crystals to make whatever that was. There's that thing, whatever that is. Yeah, I realized I don't know if I've ever played this before. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know if we want to be touching that or not. Oh, okay. Well, now that actually sounds familiar. I don't know a ton about. Yeah, I've played this in the arcade. That dude. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've definitely played this in Star Wars Arcade at some point. Yeah, I don't like that dude though. Okay, wow, okay. I'll give this one more shot. Even though I don't know really what I'm doing. Yeah, we'll do that one more time. What the heck? That is our last one. Again, that is Sinistar. So that's what we have on this. 5 games, not bad at all. Defender, Defender 2, Joust, Robotron, and Sinistar. Okay. Yeah, I am tired tonight. Definitely not going to be a 3-hour live stream tonight. It has been a long day. I actually was doing some traveling, vlogging travel. Went to that computer festival on Sunday, and then did a Wisconsin nature walk thing and a food vlog. So yeah, it's been a busy few days. Along with everything else going on in the house. Felt good to get out in the trails, though, even though it was a little warm today. Felt really nice to get out there. They're definitely not. It's not fall weather yet, for sure. Also, yeah, but I think it hit like 85 today, so it was a warm one on that trail there. Lots of bugs still out.
Beware, I live.
Uh-oh.
I hunger. Run, run, run. I am Sinistar. Beware, I live.
Okay.
Run, run, run.
Jeez.
Beware, I live. I hunger, coward. Beware, coward. I am Sinistar.
Yes, you are.
Run, run, run.
Ain't no rock and roll. Alright, so alright, it's gonna wrap up the night one of there. We still got a few more games to play before we wrap it up for the night. Yes. And that is by Williams. So these are all Williams games, I'm assuming. Alright, so got a couple more things we could play here. So let's head to Game Boy. Yeah, Game Boy's next because we have Sinistar. Alright, so we're back to the Game Boy. We have our Galaga and Galaga 2 cartridge here. We have done this on a live stream again with the Game Boy Advanced. Mind you, this is with the Game Boy, so it's like full screen here. So that's interesting. It doesn't have like the Game Boy background to it. I wonder why that's the case. I know it was just a later release or something. If this kind of came out after the Game Boy, Super Game Boy came out, I don't know. That's interesting. No, I like that. Galaga was definitely one of my mom's favorites. Sure, I mentioned that before on many live streams. Galaga was definitely my mom's favorite. She also did like Centipede. That's one of the reasons we had Centipede in Wayne's Arcade World was because of my mom. My dad, I don't know. I gotta say, I'd have to ask him if he goes on a live stream. We can ask him. He liked Joust, but I gotta think that probably Moon Patrol. Probably Moon Patrol is his favorite. I think that was his jam, was Moon Patrol. I could be wrong, but Yeah, I still have to try that Galaga hack thing. There's some Galaga hack thing, and you hit a certain type of way the characters, and then you stick in the corner, and then eventually none of them will shoot at you or something like that. There's a whole thing with that. It's the thing I started to see on YouTube not too long ago, but haven't tried it yet. I gotta find those videos again because it's been so long since I watched the hack. I don't remember how to do the hack. It was a whole step, multiple step process to it, and you gotta do everything at the right amount of time, and then you gotta stay in the right spot. It's a whole crazy thing. Yeah, so not only is this, it's like full on color. On top of it, this is not a Game Boy Advance game or anything like that. This is just regular Game Boy. It's got a special background. It's full on color. So there's something about this. This came out after the Super Game Boy did. There's something here going on. Like, this is not a bad port at all. Now I got Galaga for so many different systems. I got that Namco handheld thing we can look at. Probably an Atari. I think I have it in the Nintendo, the Mini NES as well. One more time, I guess. Why not? Ah! Well, that was stupid. that's Galaga. We'll come back for Galaga 2 in a moment. We're going to switch to, I think, our last Super Nintendo one that we're going to cover for today, and that is Arco. I'm just kind of looking through everything else in here, and I don't see anything. I mean, technically, NBA Jam was also on the arcade, but we just did that recently, so yeah, I don't think I have anything else sort of arcade related yet. Believe me, we're gonna be a looking for sure. Now we got this guy set up here, our OG Super Nintendo from back in the day. Arkanoid, always liked this game. Oh, this is Arkanoid Do It Again or Do It Again or whatever, so I think this might be like a part 2. So I hope it's like the classic, but this is Arkanoid Do It Again. Let's see. Don't remember a lot about this. Not surprised at all that I have it. Hey, Tyler made it. Good to see you, man. Glad you made it. Yeah, no, I'm doing good. Hope you're doing well as well. All right, now this kind of feels like more, not too crazy out of from the original, but. Yeah, I'm not going to save that password. That'd be a really secure account password, though. Can we continue? Oh, it actually lets continue. Okay, that's cool. First game we've had with continue, so huh? I just gotta get that stupid. Well, the blue one, then there's that yellow one. Okay, there's a blue one. There's that stupid yellow one towards the bottom. It's on top of the gold one, which you can't. There we go. Fine. Oh, this is, what is this? 1H1? Multi-ball! And there goes multi-ball. Cleared out the level pretty quick, though. This is one I wish I had the laser. I could just get rid of these last ones. One more. There we go. Nice. Of course, now all these silver ones aren't going to go anywhere, unfortunately, so... Or can we? Oh, no, I guess we can get rid of them. Okay. Just takes a couple shots. Yeah, it's the gold ones, I guess, that you can't get rid of. Ooh, we got an extra life. I think that's what that was. Ah! Okay, this is interesting. Ah, that was fun. I had my sights on that laser one. Yeah, Yeah, the lasers make this go a lot quicker. There we go. Beautiful. Hey, we got a little smiley face there. Kind of what it looks like to me. Alright, that is the end of Galaga. Alright, we're starting to kind of wrap it up. We have got the end of the Super Nintendo stuff for tonight. Oh, we'll be back to Super Nintendo, believe me. Yeah, a lot of things. I gotta mix it up. I gotta get back on the whole Roblox PC stuff as well. It's been a while since I've done that. Kind of thinking about too, it's been a little while since I've done the Atari Game Station Pro and some of those things back in the other room. So yeah, we might get back to that soon as well. See what happens next week. I think our last Game Boy one for tonight is going to be this guy here, because I think we've covered all the arcade stuff now. Definitely some Game Boy stuff I want to get back into. I have this random Kirby game, which I don't remember ever getting as a kid, but I have a random Kirby game. I have no idea why. I don't know if I borrowed that from someone. Because I was not really into Kirby much as a kid, so I don't think I would have asked for that, but I have it in Game Boy, so for whatever reason. We did Galaga, now we're going to Galaxian. Again, I think we've done this in a live stream, and it also has the full-on background, like they made this game 1995, that is a little bit later in the life cycle of Super Nintendo, so they may very well, I don't know exactly when the Super Game Boy came out, but they designed this, and it's the first one we've seen so far. They definitely designed that Game Boy game to work with the Super Game Boy. No doubt. So, yeah, that would make sense. I don't know exactly how long the Game Boy was in production, but the Super Nintendo was definitely out, so the Super Game Boy out was... The Super Nintendo was out, so the Super Game Boy was probably out. When they put this game out, they put it all there. So that's pretty cool. I like it. I wish they all had a nice background like this for sure, but... A little different than the arcade version, if I remember right. It looks a little different. Again, keep in mind this can be played on a Game Boy, and it would be all in the monochrome colors. But they definitely adapted this towards later on for these systems, so... Yikes. So we're not... a little rusty on this, I guess. Jeez. there's a telephone sound there that's kind of... That's a weird sound on this. Alright, I think we got a bonus life. I definitely needed it just so I could die and use it. Oh, it lets you invert the colors. I didn't even notice that. That's weird. Could I invert it with Galaga? I didn't even know that was a thing. I guess I could have. So I guess this will give you the probably more of a... Yeah, this definitely came out after. None of my other Game Boy games have had all this features to it yet that I've seen. So this probably makes it look more like the actual outlook on the Game Boy with the monochrome screen on it. But yeah, that's interesting. Something to be researched for sure. Alright, so this would probably be about the point where I would say we'd be wrapping it up for the night, but since Tyler joined not too long ago and he unfortunately kind of missed out on some of our earlier stuff, I'm going to do something along the arcade route, the same thing that we did. Speaking of Namco, even though technically this is not on the Super Nintendo or the Super Game Boy, one of our favorites here on the live stream, and that is my Namco handheld. Do a little bit with this before we wrap it up for the night. Technically, this is not on the Super Nintendo, but these are arcade classics. And we got the right TV on for this. We just gotta take the RCA cable out from one of these Atari flashbacks, pop it, and then switch the source. And we'll be good to go. So, yeah. Pretty cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. So we've had a couple now, 2 or 3 with the Super Nintendo. We've done these arcade classics. We've done Beavis and Butthead. We did an NBA Jam. And so we gotta kind of get back to doing some PC stuff and other things. And maybe some more Atari. But we will definitely be back soon with this Super Nintendo, and I gotta start looking for new games to buy for this, or new used games for this Super Nintendo. Alright, let's get this unplugged real quick. Get this guy plugged in. Now, we've already played Galaga, so I'm not going to replay Galaga or Galaxian or any of these, but there's definitely some stuff that we haven't played that were part of the arcade age, for sure, the golden age of arcades, if you will. There we go, take another quick look at it. You know, the lighting's not the best, but we have to switch. This should go to the front source. Yeah, this one should work. And there we go. Great as usual. This guy, oh my god. I saw this at this wasn't like at America's Antique Mall or something like that. I was like, oh my gosh. It wasn't all that expensive, so it's not like it's a super valuable thing that I have, but like I just found that so funny. It was like this exact thing was at like America's Antique Mall, I'm pretty sure. I could have done another, but I thought it was at America's Antique Mall. My last visit down there with me and my wife went down there. So. No, that's way too low. Miss Pac-Man. How can we not play Miss Pac-Man when it comes to arcade classics, huh? Miss Pac-Man was always my favorite port. I especially like when my cousin would have the setting to make Miss Pac-Man be like at super speed, and you get through the level really quick, and honestly, I felt like it was a lot easier, so that's probably why I liked it too, but fortunately, we don't have that option on this thing anyway. And we do have the regular Pac-Man on the mini NES, but we won't be doing that tonight. I don't feel like moving the tripod over to the other TV. I have to move it to the other TV on it, so we're just gonna... whatever we could do on this TV tonight, so... we'll definitely get back to that, though, for sure. We definitely, on those mini NES systems and the mini SNES, we have some good arcade classics as well, for sure. Where are you running, dude? Trap myself in there. Darn it. All right, Act 1. Bonus life. Ah. We obviously did Galaga. This game's okay. Pole position or Mappy? Or both? Well, let's do Mappy and maybe we'll finish pole position. I don't know. I know I've done Mappy so many times now, but, you know, I like Mappy. This was a game that my sister and I definitely bonded over back in the day. She was, oh, that's not a good start. She was pretty young when this came out and I had this. I was still living at home, so she really got a kick out of this game, so we played this quite a bit. The two of us. Wow, we are... I think I need a redo on this because I am really stinking out here. We're doing okay considering how bad we started out. I like to at least get to the balloon bonus level, even though I've never been able to figure out how to actually complete it. If any of you guys have suggestions on how to actually beat that, yeah, let me know. I would love to know, because I do it. It's about as perfect as I think you can do that bonus balloon level, and I never get to the last one, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I couldn't figure it out in 2004, and I can't figure it out in 2005. Ah. This thing is... Some days I do really, really good at this, and on some days it just goes wrong. Oh, it shuts. That's weird. Let's start that over again. So you can like close the door, but you gotta like, I don't know, you gotta be a certain way, otherwise it throws you back in there or something. I don't know. Anyway, we're trying to get just one good round on this here. I didn't even see that dude there. Jeez. Come on, Mappy. You're making me look bad. Oh, right into the trap of this dude. Jeez. All right, one more, and then we'll finish up with pole position. This is just making me mad. I should be able to get to the bonus balloons. Not cool. Come on now. We do better than this. Come on, let's go. Ah. Well, we got to the first round, I guess there's that. Oh, right in the middle of it. Dang it. I am giving up, man. I just... Yeah. Alright, let's... One round to pole position and we're done for tonight. Yeah, it's hard to play this handheld, not play pole position, you know?
Qualified to race.
Alright, maybe one more. I just like pole position, yeah. What can I say? We qualified at 4th last time. Let's see if we can do better. Number 3. We got number 3, so we did a little better. Sweet. Another extended play. Got it. Sweet. Trying to be a little more aggressive on this one. Get this one now. Nope. Close. Oh, very close. Ah. Well, a better high score for this one for sure. Yep. Of course, this little race is going to turn this off. All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up. Is hour 48. Okay. That's about average. I think we did pretty good for now. Definitely played a lot of games for sure. So again, shout out to Super Game Boy. I would have never guessed when I originally got that thing that I'd be live streaming it. No, I would have not known what a live stream actually was. I never even went on the internet for the first time until my Nintendo 64 era. So, I think in the late 90s. Certainly not when I had the Super Nintendo. There was no... ain't no internets. Alright, let's get this couple of these things put away here. Yeah, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Manuel. I thank you two are the only chat folk tonight, but I will take another quick look just in case I missed anyone. Let me get these Game Boy games put away real quick here. Got a little special spot that I have these right now. I'm kind of looking for a separate little case that I can put these in. Once again, thank you guys for joining me. Look for me sometime next week. Could be Sunday, could be Monday, could be Tuesday night. Shall see how it goes. Got a whole bunch of exciting videos coming for you. Some pretty little adventures coming down the timeline. Coming down the pipeline, whatever. So look forward to that soon. I should have one more video out at least next week. We've done really good with both the editing and filming. I've filmed 4 videos this week, I think. Maybe 5, I don't know. The 4 or 5 videos I filmed between Sunday and today. Pretty crazy stuff, and I've done really good on the editing as well, so we are ready to start pumping out some videos again every few days. So we're going to start seeing more video releases, so definitely another video coming out probably Thursday, either Thursday or Friday. See how things go. Definitely will be another video out, so stay tuned for that. There's our Namco guy again. Awesome little system. This was always my favorite of these handhelds. Wish I had more. Again, might have to start scouring around eBay and stuff to see what is still out there, because I love these little RCA handhelds. They're so easy, convenient, and work great on TVs like this. Alright, let's turn this monster of a system off here. Boom! Yeah, it does that little blue thing. I don't know. That's just what that TV does. This TV came with the house. This is a mod. I can't even describe to you how heavy this thing is. This thing was on the cart when we moved here. It was just literally on the other side of the room here, right to the left where my lamp is, next to the closet. That's literally where this tray was, and I just pushed this tray from there because I knew I was going to want to have a lamp there. Pushed it from there over to this side, and that's the only thing I moved. This thing has not been off the tray or anything, because this is just such a huge TV. I'm hoping this TV works for a long time, because I don't really want to try and move this out to wherever the heck would take something like this. It would take probably at least 3 people to move this thing out of this house and out of this basement. So, and I really don't want to do that. So I'm hoping this works for a very long time. Even though eventually this would be the area where I'd want to get my little pinball machine. If I ever do get a pinball or some kind of arcade machine, this would probably be the spot it would go. So if that ever does happen, I'm lucky enough, then we got to figure something else with this guy. But for now, this is where it stands. And with that, it's time to wrap up this live stream. Make sure I didn't miss anyone. Yep, Tyler and Manuel. Perfect. All right, well, hope you guys have a great night. And to the one person who is still watching, whether Tyler, Manuel, or whoever, thank you again, and I appreciate it. And hope you guys have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next week. Talk to you guys soon.